All right, we'll start things off with Thomas Dunn. Go ahead, Thomas.
Morning, Mike. How are you?
Good. How about yourself?
Not too bad. How would you assess your reacclimation to being an offensive coordinator, first now at North Texas and now back here with Cal?
Oh, it's been pretty smooth. You know, the system that has been in place, you know, I helped build with Spav when we got here a year ago. And so just trying to keep this thing rolling. Our guys have had a really good couple weeks here at practice, and I'm excited going to the bowl game.
When you look at these last few weeks of bowl practices, who do you feel like has stood out to you in terms of earning more opportunities down the line here?
Yeah, I think for our guys, it's just that's what we've talked about. You know, when we were sitting here about a month ago and we were 3-6 and we challenged them to finish the season on this 3-0 run that we're on, we wanted one more opportunity. So our guys have really been excited to be here. The mood in the building, the mood at practice has been really good. The energy's been great. And I feel really good about the way that these guys are going to go play on Saturday.
Thank you.
We'll head over to Jeff Ferrato. Jeff, go ahead.
Hey, Mike, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So when you look at their defense, they've got a freshman inside linebacker, just as you guys do, who's been quite productive. Tell us about what you see in Ben Roberts that has allowed him. I think he has 100 tackles.
Yeah, Ben Roberts is a really good player, and honestly, they've got a really good defense. So for a linebacker to show out like that, starts up front with their defensive line. They've got big defensive tackles. They're long and athletic on the edges. It's going to be a good challenge for our guys up front. I mean, it's a really good front seven that we're going against on Saturday.
And you guys are going to be without a couple of receivers that you've had at your disposal throughout the year. Who's the guys who can maybe move into those spots to sort of help out with Jeremiah and Tron?
Yeah, Jeremiah, Tron, you've got Monroe. Dortch has done a really good job. You know, you could maybe see Plummer. You could see a couple other guys. So we're kind of working through that. We've got a lot of guys getting reps right now, and we're going to play the best guys on Saturday.
Okay, thanks.
Yep.
Any other first round questions? All right, we'll open it up for a second round if anyone wants to ask another question. Thomas Dunn, go ahead.
Mike, there's always a acclimation period with new players, new personnel and everything. How have you and Fernando Mendoza, conspired together to work game plans and just be comfortable with one another, and how you call games and how he likes to operate games?
Yeah, it's been great. Fernando's a guy that spends a lot of time up here. Besides the coaching staff, I think he works as hard as anybody on our football team. So we've had a lot of time. We've had an extra time to prepare for the bowl game. Obviously, our normal game week, you only have about 6 days from Sunday to the next Saturday to get ready. So I feel like he's definitely prepared. Coach Plow is staying with us through the bowl game and coaching the quarterbacks. And me and Coach Plow have a great relationship, and we're on the same page with what we want to get accomplished offensively. And so between me and Plow and Fernando, feel really good heading into Saturday.
Any other questions? All right, we'll head back to Jeff Ferrato.
Yeah, Mike, a little bit, maybe a bigger picture question in terms of how your role will work. And I think you've done this before, but working as the OC, but also the line coach, but having a separate guy coach the quarterbacks. How does that work? Is it more of a hybrid thing where you guys all work together anyway, or how do you divvy up things?
Yeah, so that's what I like to build an offensive staff that we can all work together. I've done this before. At the last place I was at, I coached the offensive line. And to me, as an offensive coordinator, I know what my strengths are. And I've coached, I'm an offensive line coach. That's what I am by trade. That's what I've done my entire career. I have coached tight ends, I've coached quarterbacks, and I've called plays. So at the end of the day, I know that for us to be successful offensively, it all starts up front with our run game, our protection. Just the entire offense is going to be built around those guys and understanding what we're trying to get accomplished. And then, putting good people around you that you trust, that that are going to develop their position groups. And then we'll work together as an offensive staff I'll be able to float around in some different capacities at practice, with Mike Safell taking over the tight ends. He's got an O-line background. So if I need to do something with the tight ends at practice, he can help with the O-line. So there's going to be some different ways that we can work through that going forward.
And on Saturday, will you be calling plays, or how does that work?
Yes, I'll be calling plays on Saturday.
And going forward, when you bring in, I know you guys haven't announced Gilbert yet, but when you bring him in as your quarterbacks coach, will you still be the guy who calls plays? And
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're on the field, right?
I'm not sure yet. We're working through that just because we're short on coaches right now. So there's a chance I could go to the box for this game. Let Safell take the O-line on the sideline and call it from the box.
But normally, when you're back to full strength, you expect to be a guy on the sideline?
Yeah, I've called it on the sideline and I've called it in the box. So I'm still kind of working through that.
All right. Great. Have fun. Thanks.
Thank you.